What's good, y'all? So we're going to talk a little bit about having more of an appreciation for the small victories in your life. This is something that just came to my mind last night, and I was like, this is something that I need to work on. I've been hearing more and more people say, like, nothing makes you happy. Nothing makes you happy. It's because I'm not at the end goal yet. And there is a time and place for that type of mentality. Don't celebrate too early, that type of stuff. But I think when it's like for long-term things, when it's like an overall, even with some things that don't have a specific timeline, some things that have an indefinite timeline, I think you need to give yourself the satisfaction of saying, I did that. I'm doing that. I'm doing good right now. Because I kind of have like the Kobe mentality. Like if there's like a clip or like the video with his interview from like game 2, it was either the playoffs or the finals, either or. It's probably the finals, knowing Kobe. But one of the things, like he was in the interview and he said, yo, you're up 2-0. Like the interviewer asked him, he said, you're up 2-0. Why don't you seem excited? And he was just straight faced like, yo, what's there to be excited for? Like it's 2-0. The job's not done. And I've had that mentality for a very, very long time. I've had that mentality for a very long time. And that's something that I consciously know now that that's the next thing I need to work on in my journey. For me, it's like I set extremely high expectations for myself. I don't expect everyone to hold themselves to the high expectations as I do, but it's just like I'm working, let's just say, not to put anybody down, but just for the sake of the explanation, if I'm working at like 100%, I'm going 100 every day to make myself better, 100%, 100, and I see someone operating at 20, I'll say, okay, I know you don't have to be operating 100% like I am, but damn, 20%, come on. And like, it's like, I hate seeing people sit in one spot. I hate people sitting and like, let's just say they had one good year and they just sit on that good year. That annoys me just as much as people dwelling in their sadness. You understand? So I know, like I said, I'm a little bit of a hard ass because I hold myself to a high standard. And sometimes I have to like balance myself. But one of the things I know that I have to make a conscious effort in is accepting the small wins. Like I said, I have been like this my entire life. When you graduate high school, you get your degree, you get your first job. I was never like proud of that, for myself. My family and friends, oh, good job, bro, good job. Oh my God, you're the best, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just sitting here like, why am I the best for doing something that all these other people are doing? This is something that we're supposed to do. So why would I highlight this as my own personal accolade? You see what I'm saying? And when you have that mindset, yes, it keeps you focused on the end. It keeps you focused on the end goal. Yes. But it's kind of like if you have troops in a war, right? Some of the things that a lot of people that don't think like this, that think of the strategic way is morale, whether it be your personal morale or like, the morale of your troops. If you have a big victory and you don't celebrate it, a lot of people are gonna be like, well, why are we here? Like we had a big win. Why don't we just like sit down and say, yo, we won and like enjoy it for a little bit, and that will like lower the morale. So then when they enter the next battle, they'll be less responsive. They'll be less motivated to go out and fight, less motivated to win. So when you're doing this, sometimes a lot of people give up because they don't give themselves a small credit along the way. For example, right? My challenge this week for myself was to, especially for this week, is like I'm doing fruits and nuts this week. Like I've implemented more salads back into my diet, but for this weekend, it's kind of like a little fast, if you will, fruits and nuts. And that's all I'm going to eat this week. No added sugars, no ordering out, no nothing. Right? But this entire week, one of my things was no added sugar. Like if you look at the nutrition labels at the back of most of your food, you're going to see a lot of your foods have added sugar. That's not only what the thing was already made of, but then the extra sugar that they just poured in there to make it sweeter, to make it taste better, to make it more addictive. So I said, this week, no added sugar, right? And that's what I was doing. And for me, it's like I don't consider any type of victory whatsoever until I make it to 7 days, right? Until I make it to 7 days. And I'm just like, okay, cool. Like I've even tried to do like extended fast and I feel like I've completely failed. If I said I'm gonna fast for a week and I failed, like I stopped at 3 days, I consider that failure. And it's like, try again until you get it right. That's just how I treat myself. Like I'm mentally militant, But the proper way to incorporate what I'm saying is 7 days. Okay, so Monday, you went through it. Yo, I made it through 1 day. Usually I thought this would be a lot harder. 1 day down. Good. Yo, I did that. All right, let's keep that same energy for day 2. Tuesday, down. Yo, I did that. Tuesdays down. 2 days down. All right, cool. Wednesday, we halfway there. Hump day. We made it halfway through. Come on, this is the downside. This is easy. Thursday, we're done. Okay, whoa, I did it 4 days now. I did this for 4 days. Let's make it 5. And that's the way that you self-motivate. You understand? Because then usually it's like the Fridays and Saturdays where my cravings kick in, where my junk food, where I usually like lax off. So Friday and Saturday, it's like, okay, yo, listen, we made it 4 days. We're not going to ruin this. Day 5, day 6, we're going to kill it. We're going to finish off strong. Let's get it. The self-motivation that you need. And you don't get that self-motivation if you don't, like this version of it. Once again, different strokes for different folks. But you don't get this type of motivation if you only focus on the end. Like for like some of the things, like for example, and I'm going to get to this because it's going to be a little bit of a gratitude episode. 200 subs. I'm not going to act like that's not a big deal. Like I was just, oh, that's cool. But we getting there. It's like I don't care about the number. But no, I should sit there and be like, yo, 200 subs, that's dope. I thought no one was going to talk to me, or no one was going to listen to the things I was going to say. Now I got 200 people from all different walks of life, whether you're a man on semen retention, whether you're on your spiritual journey. Like I feel like I'm going to find me a little balance in there, and it's like when I saw the 200, I was like, that's cool. Because in my mind, it's like, number one, I don't really care about the sub count. I love to see the growth. The growth is good, but it's like, I figure it's like, this is how many people I'm trying to have an impact on. These are people that are starting to listen to me. And it's like, okay, boom, boom, boom. But then what I've also learned is that while I'm talking to y'all, I'm learning stuff too. Some of y'all drop some comments in there. I'll be like, yo, this is good. Shout out to Dara. I hope I got your name right. Dara and Sirius B. Y'all been the two that helped me out in the most, the most in the last month, talking with y'all. So shout out to y'all, But it's like, I should really sit back and be appreciative. Like, yo, that's 200 people. You doubted yourself in the beginning. And now you got 200 people that went out of their way to click a red button to say, I want more of that content. So that's really dope, And that's something that I really am very appreciative for. And, I really love y'all guys' feedback on everything, whether you agree with me, whether you disagree with me. As long as you come with it with some respect, we can have a whole conversation. And hopefully we can both walk away learning something. You understand? But before I get all sappy on y'all, what I'm saying? It's like, one of the things that we need to do is accept our small victories. If you have a weight loss goal or a weight gain goal, every pound that you lose or weigh, that's one less pound more or less that you weigh now, that's getting you closer to your goal. Be happy about that. Be happy that you're starting to see the progress, and keep that same energy and build upon it. You were happy a little bit with 1 pound. You were happy a little bit more with 2 pounds, 3 pounds. It's a compound interest based off of all the self-motivation that you're giving yourself. The more you grow and grow and grow, that's the more energy pushing you forward in the positive direction, getting you away from all the negative things that you were spending your time doing. You understand? So don't beat yourself up if you fall short. I guess that's another way to sum up all this. Don't beat yourself up if you fall short. Be proud that you made it on a 2-day fast, that you worked out for 3 weeks straight, and then you kind of fell off for a week. Get back up. You fell off the bike. Get back on it. You understand? Yes, there's a time and place for focusing on the end goal. And sometimes that's necessary. Don't celebrate too early. Don't let your foot off the gas if you're running a marathon and say, oh, I won, game over, I won, and then someone zooms past you. Keep an eye on the prize, but also while you're there, while you're running that marathon, okay, I'm staying ahead. Okay, let's see, let me look back real quick. Okay, I'm like 20 paces ahead of everybody else. Cool. Let's keep this up. You know what? While we're running, let's make this 21 paces. We gotta extend this lead in case I gas out near the end. Okay, cool. We're gonna get there. We're gonna go. That's the mentality that you need to have. Have a mixture of both. Find the balance in what I'm saying. That's something I've been saying a lot more. Find the balance on what I'm saying. Keep an eye on the end goal, but sit down and be appreciative of the work that you've put in for yourself, and say, yo, I did that. Okay, I did fall off, but I'm gonna get back on it. Whether it be the semen retention, whether it be exercise, dieting, reading a book, meditation, yoga, writing a page of a book, learning a little bit about cars, whatever you want. If you say that you're gonna set a challenge for yourself, make it easy at first. You know what? But don't make it too easy that anyone can do it. Make it something that pushes you. I'm gonna learn about stocks. That's something I've been learning about, stocks and investment. It's like, okay, I'm gonna spend at least an hour each day watching a stock related content, cryptocurrencies, real estate, whatever I find, until I find my thing that I feel like, I could do that. You understand? And once you start to give yourself the motivation, once you start to track your own progress, once you succeed and celebrate your own successes, it's going to feel so much better when you say, wow, all of these wins led up to the grand finale. And I'm proud of myself about that. So hopefully I didn't ramble too much, but this is something that I am currently working on a lot. I'm very long-term with things, but I need to give myself more credit in the meantime. So once again, thank you guys for 200 subs. Thank you guys for all the content and the content you've been giving me, like what the comments, that's the word I'm looking for. The comments you've been giving me, the nice little dialogues that we've been having, helping each other and whatever things that we're trying to work on. Thank you guys for, being with me when I ramble and stumble all over my words and stuff. Like it's a work in progress, It's like we keep on building. You're working on something, I'm working on something. We're all in this together. To the next one.